And
Oh, by the way, where are these recordings going to be?
they're going to the cloud, and they will be posted online in another week or so
Okay, yeah.
somewhere, and it will
Through
be announced
Facebook or
later.
something. Yeah. I mean, to be
So
honest, whenever I do presentate, I'm always like, oh, I should have recorded that, because it's very useful
yeah.
for me and for other people for the future. So,
Okay. Well, I would like to welcome everyone to a student-centered phonics-based kinder lesson plan with Amy Long of Dave and Amy English School. So everyone, please welcome Amy.
hello, everyone. I can feel the warmth already. Okay. I think some of you guys were in the previous one that I did from 10, but anyway, I'll just reintroduce myself a bit more. So I'm Amy, and I came to Japan 25 years ago from the US. And at the time, I thought, oh, I'm only going to be here for 1 year because I was 22. You can do the math of how old I am then. And anyway, just ended up meeting my husband, who's from England, and I'm now here for 25 years with 2 kids. And we opened up our first English school in 2004 when my son was a baby, and it's grown to over 4 English schools with about 400 or 500 students in them and 6 teachers. And last year, unfortunately, we did take a hit with COVID and everything, but we've been able to do okay and still have jobs for ourselves and all the teachers. And what I'm going to introduce today is our basic kindergarten lesson plan that we do with our kindergarten students. And we've developed it over the last 15 years or so. And I mean, we're quite happy with it. It works quite well. And it's a basic lesson plan that you can use with any of your kindergarten students. Okay, so we're going to begin. So if you have any comments or any questions, please just use the chat. And I actually cannot see the chat while I'm doing the presentation. So after this, I hope there's some time, and I will answer any questions, and feel free to ask them afterward. And if for whatever reason there isn't time, then feel free to contact me separately. If you go to the Dave and Amy Games, my email is there, and feel free to contact and ask anything you want to ask. All right, so I'm going to share the screen. All right. Share. Okay, so I'm going to, Linda, you can see this, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. Okay, all right, so let's begin. Okay, so this is the basic kindergarten lesson plan that we use with our kids. And I just want to go over a few things first. So we begin kindergarten from 4 years old, from Nenshu. And the reason is that we want our children to be able to do certain things. And some of the certain things is they need to be able to do the homework. And the homework isn't difficult. The homework's as simple as learning 10 new words a week. But we find that with 3-year-olds, some can do it and some can't do it. But with 4-year-olds, they can all do it. And when we did used to teach 3-year-olds, you'd get 3-year-olds in the trial lesson and they were brilliant, they were great, but then they joined the lessons and they completely broke down, and vice versa. You'd get kids who were terrible in the trial lesson 3 but were amazing. And so sometimes parents ask us, can my 3-year-old join? And we're like, no, they have to wait, because we don't know who is going to be the one who's going to do really well and who isn't. And for our style of lessons, we want all children to come in and to be able to do it. And if they join and they're too young, then we find that they lose confidence and it just doesn't work well. So people wait. And it's, if you're worried about that, oh no, I must start lessons because people are asking, we find that students are fine waiting if you give them a good reason and tell them why. And often they will join other schools and then come to you when they're ready for it, which we are fine with. That's great. Go to a different school and then join us from 4. So we have a rule, it begins from 4. So what we're looking at today is for 4, 5, and 6-year-olds before they begin elementary lessons. Okay, let's begin. So our first thing is always, with everything we do, is we like to think, what is the aim? What do we want to happen in the kinder lesson? Okay, so this is our aim for our kinder lessons. We want them to learn lots of vocabulary. They must learn simple questions and answers. What is it? Do you like? Do you have? Can you? All of that they should be able to ask and answers. Recognize all lowercase letters. So with writing, it's mainly lowercase. So we're not so concerned with capital letters A, B, C, but we are concerned with lowercase. With the lowercase letters, we want them to be able to recognize it and know the letter sound and be able to think of 4 words at least per letter. Okay, so for example, if they look at lowercase a, they should be able to be like and then be able to think apple, alligator, it doesn't matter, any words are okay, and be able to do that before writing. So this is crucial before they begin writing. And we begin this from the age of 4. And have fun, most important, have fun and build confidence. So this is the aim of what we want to accomplish in our kindergarten lessons. Okay, so this is our typical 60-minute kindergarten lesson. It's an activity, song, activity, song. We're moving from the table, standing up, circle of chairs back, and there's no writing. So we teach kinder from 4, and they will normally go, I wonder if this is the next one. Okay, they will normally have a kindergarten 1 book, this book here, and a kindergarten 2 book. So that will be Nan Chu and Nan Jo. And when they finish, they begin elementary 1, which is actually writing. So we don't, if children are high level kinder, they might begin writing the last year of kindergarten once they have already turned 5. They have to turn 5. We don't even try to begin from 4 because, again, just like students who are 3 who might want to join your kindergarten lesson, with 4-year-olds, some can write and some can't write. They might be brilliant. We have 4-year-olds who can read full sentences, but writing, you know, they might not have that pencil skills, and we don't want to knock their confidence. So we will begin writing from the age of 5 if they're quite good, and they might be finishing up the kindergarten books and beginning the elementary writing books, which is ABC Phonics. But let's just talk about now, this is the normal lesson. It's 60 minutes, there's no writing. Activity, song, activity, song. Okay, the reason of songs, well, actually, we'll go with this in a little bit. Okay, so our normal lesson, students will come in and do an activity. Okay, so activities, they will either do something that goes with their kindergarten 1 or kindergarten 2 text, or if they're older, from the age of 5, we'll start to do more phonics, which is connected with elementary 1. So students will come in and do an activity. So it might be, this is like a lotto, and and students will match. So for example, purple grapes, 4 gloves. They will have the little cards and they will match and be speaking. You might notice there's English on the back. This is the front and the back of the card. There's English. The only reason the English is there is basically for the teacher. Or you can use it with higher levels, but basically there's no confusion. You know, the 4 is meant to go with the 4 gloves. And also what we want the student to be saying as they're matching. So they might do an activity where they're matching. They might do, if they're older, they'll be doing this type of activity where they're matching lowercase letters with pictures, but they'll be doing something. And as the students are doing something, the teacher is checking the homework. Okay. Oh, with everything, all of our activities, we always have checks. So for example, if a child does this activity, this could the read and match activity, this is what the board looks like. This is what it looks like when it's done. Students always have to do a check And if they're kindergarten, we'll have them do this in pairs. But after they put them on, oh, it's actually the wrong board. Sorry, it's for this one. If they put them on, they need to say white, elephant, jam, matching. And when they finish, they have to take them off. Ideally, they are not looking at the picture, and they have to just look at and remember what it was. So and they have to think, white, elephant. And if they can't remember, it's okay to look, and then they put it back again and we'll do it again. So the students are doing something and the teacher is checking their homework. Okay, so homework, as I said before, we do homework because, well, for many reasons, but one, moms and dads can see what you're doing in the class and they want to know what are you doing, and by doing homework they can see what you're doing. Number two, 1 hour a week is not enough for language learning, so they need extra. So this will give them the extra work at home. And number three, students enjoy doing it. So this is our book that we have the students do. Every week they do 1 unit. And what students need to do is to learn the vocabulary. So when this student comes to class, the teacher will just point and say, what's this, what's this, what's this? And the student just needs to be able to say, for you to say scooter, soccer ball, bike, jump rope, that's all. And the teacher will check if they know it well, and if they don't know it well, they'll do a circle. Okay, so many times when trial lesson students come, the moms and dads like, why are the words there? You know, and the words are there mainly for the moms and dads, because let's face it, if you're not a native speaker or a very high level speaker, you're probably not going to know what a unicycle is. But that is there so that they can be like, oh, that's what number 6 is. And also, some students are brilliant. So some students can actually read. So they're there in case the student can read. And occasionally some of the students like to write underneath, and some students obviously like to color, but the words are not there for confusion. The words are there for clarity, mainly for the parents. And if you see the question and answer, do you have, yes, I do, no, I don't. Those questions and answers we use in our classroom all the time. So at home, they are studying the vocabulary, and maybe they're studying the question and answer. In the classroom, they'll be studying the same things. So this is our homework, and the aim is that they need to learn the 10 words, 9 or 10 words every week, while just for extra practice. So students, our normal lesson students will come in and do an activity, and it's either a vocabulary-based or a phonics-based activity, and the teacher will go to each student, do hello, what's your name, how old are you, and then just check with the students. Okay, so this is the front of the book. The teacher will write, if the student did very well, they'll say very good and assign the next unit for homework. If they didn't know so well, then the teacher will say one more time and assign the same unit. There are 30 units. So in general, it takes about 9-10 months, but sometimes a year for one book. And then they go up to the next kindergarten 2 book. And the kindergarten 2 is the same. Every week there's 10 new words and question and answers to learn. Okay, so, this is just showing it normally goes from kindergarten 1, and we're renaming the books, but this was my English book and me too. Both of these, the pink and the orange, are kindergarten, and then it goes to elementary. Okay, so this is me just checking homework. As you can see, this girl, she's doing a phonics-based puzzle. And while she's doing it, I'm just going to check her homework. There's other students in the classroom, and they're doing their own activities and speaking as they do. Okay.
Hello, what's your name? Asahi. Asahi, how old are you? I'm
5.
5. Okay, 5.
I'm 6.
6. Okay, I'm 6. Okay, when's your birthday? Birthday. So birthday. Is that August?
There's a space to write the birthday at the front of the book, so that's so. I'd just like to point out, this is the old book. The new book is like kindergarten 1, and the pictures are a bit more clear.
18. One time. Good. Okay, go on time. When's your birthday? August 18. Okay, let's check your homework. Okay, let's look. What's this one? Butterfly. Ooh, what's this? Worm. Worm. Okay, what's this one? Fire. Very good. Firefly. What's this? Mosquito. Okay, what's this one? Cockroach. Do you like cockroaches? No, I don't. Wait, which one do you like? So I like butterflies. Which one do you like? I like butterflies. Okay, very good. Okay, then that's right here. Right here, that's very good.
As you can see at the front of the book is where you write, so parents know how they did in class with the vocabulary. And as you can see, there's other students like doing things. They're speaking as they do things, and of course I'll go over and check him.
Today's homework, this one. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, let's finish your bowl. Hello, what's your name?
Okay, that's a normal homework check. So the first 10 minutes of class is normally students come in, do something, teacher is greeting the students and checking homework. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Oh, so I said before about a normal lesson. So activity, song, activity, song, activity, song. Okay, so songs, normally I'm asking people to contribute here, but anyway, songs, the why. The why is obviously because it breaks it up. Especially with young kids, you'll see them flagging and then you do a song and it breaks everything up and it brings it back. It's also because songs will use the same vocabulary that are in the text that you're teaching. So it's a different way to learn vocabulary. And it's just a different way to learn that kids like. Okay, how often? As I said before, activity, song, activity, song. Normally, I will do maybe 7 songs in one kindergarten class. Okay, and which songs? I would say you actually do not need to have a huge list of songs. You just need a few good songs that you can rely upon to use and change the vocabulary. So for example, you can do head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but don't do knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and tummy, knees and tummy, or head, shoulders, knees, and walk, knees and walk. It doesn't matter. Just change the vocabulary. So you can have a few good songs and change the vocabulary, and those songs will suffice. Okay, how? So of course, very fast is fun, but oftentimes if it's fast, the pronunciation isn't very good, and or it's the kids even saying the words, I have no idea. So fast can be very fun at times, but I would suggest that your normal is slow and controlled. Just actually making sure, are the kids, what's the point of anything? The point of anything is that the kids are speaking and they're speaking well. So slow so that you can understand what the kids are speaking and if they're speaking it correctly. And as I said, like kids don't mind it. Like they like to be able to be head, and actually say it correctly. If you do it quickly, you'll notice that head, shoulders, knees up, and they say knees up. As opposed to, which sounds like Hiza really, which is the Japanese. So the how is to like keep it controlled. So the whole point of it is to give good pronunciation. CDs, I'm not a fan of CDs for the actual singing, and the reason is that first of all, songs should be so simple that anyone can sing them. And sometimes when you use CDs, it has that false pretense of like, oh, this is too difficult. I can't actually remember this by myself. Sometimes you have teachers say that, like, I can't possibly remember the song. And like, well, if you can't remember the song, how can we expect the children? Okay, that's one thing. The other thing too is CDs are always the same. And even though CDs know this and they try to change it out and so even the changing out is always the same. So I like to be able to have a song and be head, shoulders, knees, and sleep. You can change it completely, and every time is different. And also the children can contribute. So I'm not a huge fan of CDs. I like to just do it myself. And then the whole point of anything is that the kids are participating. So if the children are not actually singing, if it's their first or second time, yeah, no problem. Especially trial lesson. If it's trial lesson, no problem. But when they've been with you like 2-3 weeks, we'll kind of stop the song and say, Asahi, let's sing. We want everyone to be singing and participating. So this is how we normally do the songs and our tips. Okay, so once again, the key points, it's simple and easy to remember. Use the same song, change the words, not too fast. And then the whole point, activity song, activity song. One song, when we do one song, maybe we will sing one song. And for example, head, shoulders, and sing it 4 times, but each time has different vocabulary. Okay, so that's a normal song activity. And I have one here. This was yesterday too.
No. Let's begin. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them on your
Head.
head. That's head. But this is, what's this? Leg. Leg. Okay, let's go together. Sunny. Sunny. Hiroto, sunny. Rainy. Okay, let's go. Sunny, rainy. Sunny, rainy. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Sunny, rainy. Sunny, rainy. Put them on your
Head.
head. That's your head. Put them on your Asahi.
Down.
Sweater. Very good. Sweater. Good sweater. Put them on your sweater. Or arm. Arm. Good one time. Arm. Okay.
Okay, so the main point about the song, as I said, is changing the vocabulary. Try to make sure everybody's speaking and just slow it down to make sure that all the children are participating. Of course, I go on and do a few more ones, but I think we've seen enough. And my voice is terrible, so there's no excuse of like, oh, my voice is terrible. It's not so much about you and your voice, but actually the children. And many times, not in this clip, but many times I'm actually quiet. I'll just do the gestures and the kids will sing. And I'll just participate every once in a while because I actually want, the main point is for the kids to be speaking. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, so our normal lesson, begin, activity, check the homework, do some song, and then we'll do flashcards. Okay, so these are the flashcards that we use. They go along with the Kindergarten 1 textbook. I think there's like over 200 of them. And they have all the words and all the question and answer. So one side is the word and the back is the question and the answer. And again, the reason the words are there is for the teacher. So they know what your what target language you have, but also we use it with higher levels, and higher levels will look at the question and the answer and read it, not looking at the picture. So the same flashcards you can use in different ways with different classes. So with our kindergarten students, obviously we use it by showing them the picture. We're not expecting them to read, even though some kindergartens are brilliant, but anyway, we like to mix up the units. So we have all the flashcards kind of mixed up and they're put together in groups of 25. So we will not be teaching colors and then next week numbers and next week family. We like to mix it all up so that one in that group of 25, they might be on the same unit as they have for homework, or they might be reviewing, or they might be learning ahead of time. But of course, you can decide how you use it, but we just like to do it that way, to have different questions, different answers, different vocabulary every week. And it's either review, learning the first time, or learning at the same time. Okay. And a normal lesson is we'll do 25 to 30 flashcards per a class. Okay. And this is the question and answer time. Okay. So all our levels, like elementary, kinder, have question and answer time. So this would be a normal question and answer time with our students. Just a second.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
So if they're kindergarten, we begin with a hello song.
Hello, hello, what's your name? My name's, hello, what's your name? What's your name? Hello, dog.
What's your name?
I'm Amy. How old are you?
I'm 5.
Your birthday?
When's your birthday? August 7.
August 7th.
Okay, so I kind of skipped there, but basically all kids ask and answer, what's your name? How old are you? When's your birthday? Okay, and in a group.
Okay. When's your birthday? Okay, when's your birthday? February. So
Bicycle.
a bicycle.
Okay, so sorry, now I'm skipping. So after that, then we'll use the flashcards. And the main thing with the flashcards, as I said, you probably can't see, but I have about 25 of them on a ring and they're all mixed up. And asking the question that goes along with the vocabulary in the book, but also asking supplementary questions. Okay.
Bicycle. Oh, okay. Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Bicycle. Okay. Do you have a bicycle? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Do you have a bicycle?
Do you have a bicycle?
Yes, I do. It's a blue bicycle. What color is your bicycle? What color is your bicycle? My bicycle is blue. My bicycle is,
No.
okay, so Asahi, my bike is black. Is black. Hiroto?
No.
No bicycle?
Yes.
Okay, so my bike is
My bike is
blue, black,
light blue.
light blue. Okay, we'll try another one. How's the weather?
Sunny.
It's sunny.
It's sunny.
It's sunny.
Sunny.
Okay, how's the weather?
How's the weather?
Yeah, today it's sunny and
Cool.
cold.
Okay, so as you can see, if we do about 25, maybe anyway, we do 20 to 25 of those flashcards per class. That question and answer time can take probably 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, and normally, I'm not going to show you, but normally we would, after doing question time with hello, what's your name, age, birthday, then flashcards, then we would do another song, but I'm not going to show you another song. After that, we will do phonics. So even though children are not writing, from the age of 4, we want them to be able to look at all lowercase letters and have associated words. Okay, and this is how we normally do it in a class. Okay, so we have phonics flashcards, and the first thing is to just show the children the letter. Okay, so we'll have a look.
Good, great.
Okay, so just showing them, and from the age of 4, if you just show them G or ga, of course they're just going to look at it. So you will have to give a hint of ga, but as shown by these kids who are 5 and 6, they can look at that and they are going to start to say words. So the first is looking and trying to do by themselves.
Girl, great girl, Asahi. Great girl. Okay, let's look. Green, very good, green. Okay, let's look together.
Okay, thinking time is important. So it's not just the teacher giving them all the answers, trying to get the kids to do it by themselves, but then we look on the back and we'll go through the words.
Okay, let's look together.
Amy, are you sharing your screen?
What, is it not sharing?
It's not sharing.
Oh, so no one can see?
I can't. I don't know if anyone else can.
Oh gosh, well that would be a big problem.
Yeah, I couldn't see either.
Oh great, the whole time?
No, just recently.
Okay, just recently. Okay, I'll go
The
back.
last video and this one.
Okay, you know what? Now I can't see what I was just doing. Okay. So just a second. It's not there. Okay, I'm gonna have to open it up again. Sorry, one second.
Okay.
That is a pain. So the last video you couldn't see.
Yeah. Just
Oh, that's a
just
pain.
the last one.
Okay. Just a second. I hope I can do it now. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back in and hopefully, if you can't see it, please tell me. Okay. Okay. Can anyone see?
Okay, but not the whole.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to move it now. This is a problem. Just a second. Okay.
Right place.
Okay. So I'm gonna try. Just a second. I'm gonna try to play this, but if you can't see it, let me know.
What is it?
We can
Grapes.
see.
Good. Grapes.
Okay, now you can see.
Girl. Grapes, girl. Asahi.
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
Can you see?
Grapes.
Good. Grapes.
Girl.
Girl. Grapes, girl. Asahi. Grapes, girl.
Girl.
Go, go, go. Okay, let's look. Green. Very good. Green. Okay, let's look together.
Gold.
Okay, let's look together. Okay, let's look. We have grapes. Asahi. Grapes. Green.
Gorilla.
Girl.
Gorilla.
Good. Gorilla. Gorilla. Who's this one?
Grandma.
Grandma Hiroto. Grandma and
Girl.
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Good. Asahi. Grandpa. Okay, ready?
Grandpa.
Remember. Okay, ga ga ga.
Girl.
Girl.
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
Green.
Green.
Grape.
Grapes.
Grandma.
Whoa, very good. Okay, we're gonna try one more.
Okay, so a normal lesson, we will do about 5 or 6 phonics flashcards per class. So I'm only showing just a little bit, but 5 or 6. Okay, so you said you didn't see this previous one? Hello? Ruth? Linda?
Maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
but we couldn't see the
Okay,
previous
so
one.
I just want to do it quickly. So a normal question and answer time will begin with hello, what's your name, age, birthday, and then we use the flashcards real quick. But the main thing with the flashcards, asking more questions.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Do you have a bicycle?
Do you have a bicycle?
Yes, I do. It's
Okay, and the main point is that it will probably be like 10 minutes of your lesson. Phonics flashcards will probably be about 5 to 7 minutes, and again, be doing songs in between. I'm skipping all the songs, okay, because there's a lot to do in about 10 more minutes, okay. So phonics.
What is it?
And, whoops, let me go to the next one. And then we like to do bingo. So with bingo, when they're beginners, we just use this one, which is, everything is color-coded. So pink goes along with kindergarten 1. So these are all the words from kindergarten 1. And again, they're all mixed up. So parents will often ask you, okay, well, how is my child going to learn? I was like, well, okay, they learn at home with the text, but we learn in the class through the flashcards, through the bingos, through other games. The exact same vocabulary and question and answers is how we learn in the classroom. And the songs. The songs, you'll be using the same vocabulary that's in the text. So we will like to use this with our beginning ones. And the main point is that children will have to say the vocabulary. So in order to get a token to put on top, they need to say, I have a turtle, I have cheese, I have purple. And when they clean up, they should have the tokens and they should say the vocabulary one more time. And that's important because it's recall and the students are doing it by themselves as opposed to the teacher always feeding them It means nothing if I'm constantly saying purple and they're just repeating. But if they have to remember purple by themselves, it's obviously more ingrained in their head. So the first step is obviously just showing the students the picture, and the students being like, oh, I have a turtle, I have purple. When they get older, after they've studied with you for about 6 months, you should be able to give hints. So it's a color, it's a grape color, it's an animal, it's a slow animal, it's a fruit, it's big, it's red and green. And the students should be able to listen, look, and say, is it a turtle? Is it a watermelon? They should be able to do that. So one huge thing with all your activities, have a level that's your basic level, and then level it up. So you can use the exact same activity in different ways so students don't get bored. Okay, so the beginning kids will use either Kinder 1 or Kinder 2 bingos that go exactly with the book. The backside, again, is for older students. You can use the same thing and they can give the hints. It's a color, it's a banana color, and kids have to look and find yellow. Yeah, it's a food, it's a snack food, and kids find popcorn. So basically, you could use it with younger kids, you can use it with older kids, either one. Okay, and again, the calling cards have the pictures and the words on the back. Okay, with kids who are 5, we like to prepare them even more for getting ready for elementary lessons. So we use the ABC Phonics Bingo, and again, they can do either the front side, which is picture, or the back side, which is the letters, and the calling cards have both sides. So you can use it in several different ways, the same thing. Okay, and I've already shown this one in the previous, I'm not going to do that.
Or this side.
So we're going to go on to there. Okay, finally, after all these different activities, beginning activity, flashcards, phonics flashcards, bingos, songs in between, we usually like to end with a book. Okay, so the main thing with books is, if they're not native speakers, you don't want to actually read the book, because there's too many words, they don't mean so much. So basically make up your own words and keep it simple, like Maisie's walking to the pink house and how's the weather, and keep it very simple and be asking more questions. What color's the house? How's the weather? And getting the kids to say things. So if I say Maisie's walking, I'll have the kids say Maisie's walking and repeat. So make it interactive with the kids. Okay, so I think I have a video. So we like to give the kids a choice of books. And actually, I did this video yesterday. I just was like, oh, I need some videos for this presentation. So I went down and did a kindergarten lesson. I really wanted them to choose the Maisie book, because I love that Maisie, but they wanted the other book. So that is why I end up laughing in this. Okay, and if you can't see for some reason, please let me know.
Which one do you want? This one or this one?
This one.
This one, please.
This one, please.
This one, please.
I tried.
All right, let's go together. Okay, we'll go together.
Clap, clap,
Oh, Piloto, one time.
clap,
Clap, clap your hands as slowly as you can. Clap, 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 as you can. Let's go shake. Shake, shake, shake your hands as slowly as you can. Shake, shake, shake as quick as you can. Okay, that's what we call it. Drive. 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 Asahi Hiroto, one time. Drive. Drive. Drive your car as slowly as you can. Drive, drive, drive as quick as you can. Okay, let's go. What's there? What's there? What's there? We're gonna open. Okay, let's look. It's a door. Door. What color is the door? It's black. It's black. Good. It's black. Open, please. Let's look. Let's look. Let's look. Let's look. Oh, it's a cat. Okay. What color is the cat? It's gray. It's gray. Let's go to the next one. What is it? Oh, what's this? I don't know. It's a trash.
Trash.
Good. Trash.
Trash.
Good. Trash. Open, please.
Open, please.
Open, please. Open, open. Oh, what is it? Like a mouse.
Mouse.
Mouse. Good, a mouse.
Mouse.
And this is smelly. 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 One time, Hiroto. Smelly. Okay, what's it?
Okay, so that's just our book reading. As I said, I really wanted them to do the other book because I like that book better, but they actually chose that book. The main point is just make it interactive and make it do more questions and getting the kids to speak as always. So that's our normal lesson for kindergarten. And of course, when they become 5, we make it a lot more ABC. Doing more things with ABC that go along with the elementary 1 book. Even though they're not writing yet, we want them to start doing more and more so that when they do write, it becomes easy. So I've written a lot about what we do and everything that we do. So if you want to know more, please go to that blog. Just look up Dave and Amy or Dave and Amy's blog. And if we have about 5 more minutes, but if we don't have time to go through more questions and everything in this time, then please feel free to contact me afterward. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share.
We have several questions in the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna look.
So
Okay.
if, Dave wants to know if people.
Okay, somebody asked, I'll just begin this one. How about some students don't like songs? Okay, so to be honest, we only do songs with our kinder because we find that by the time they become 6 and 1st grade, they're like, I'm grown up now. I don't want to do this. So yeah, if I find that this is just our personal, we find that 4 and 5-year-olds, yeah, great, fine. But yeah, by the time they're 6, they might be like, I don't like this anymore. And we don't use songs in our elementary lessons. So I don't know, but you see how you feel with the 4 and 5-year-olds. I will say that, I mean, yeah, with 4 and 5, I think most kids enjoy the songs and it sounds okay. Okay, in the class, by the way, our lessons, that lesson normally has 5 kids or so, but I said before, our lessons have been depleted because of COVID. Like there's been some of the schools have had to shut down around here. Anyway, so the point is normally there's 5 or 6 kids and there's 1 teacher in a class. So we don't have the kids walking around, and that is probably because they are Nenchu and Nenjo. And I hate to say it, but if a child is more babyish, I will say to them, how old are you? And they're like, I'm 4. I'm like, you're not a baby, are you? And they're like, no. I'm like, so don't act like a baby. And like, that might sound really cruel and horrible, but it actually works. And the kid's like, you're right, I'm not a baby. And they actually sit properly. So yeah, we don't have the kids wandering around. There's always like something for them to do, because yeah, you don't want that, do you? You don't want a kid wandering around in the class. That will just disrupt everything, and then other kids will start wandering around. So what do you do when one is doing something else? So yeah, kids don't do that. Yeah, I think someone said, as long as you set good rules, that's basically the main point. Set good rules and have good standards, and kids want to do well and want to participate. So if you set the standards high, then they know that they'll be fine. Okay, so do all children start at the same age? So many of these questions, by the way, if you look at the blogs, they're answered. So for example, if it's beginning kinder, then we might have 4 and 5-year-olds. So Nenchu and Nenjo, beginning Nenchu and Nenjo from April together. And yes, maybe they will stay together, but maybe after 6 months, the older kids progress faster. If they do progress faster, then they can go up to a higher level class. But if they don't, then they just stay with each other. It really depends on the kids. But if they're beginner, they go to the beginner class, basically. That's, yeah. So it's a beginning kinder could be possibly 4. Well, if you think about from April, it's either 4 or 5, possibly 6, but yeah, 4 or 5. Then this is only kinder. I'm not talking about elementary. So at kinder, yes, they all start, like if they're complete beginners kinder, they start at kinder. And keep in mind, if they're older, if they're 5 or 6, they will progress faster, and maybe they'll go up to elementary 1 faster than the other kids. Our students, our students will join, like they're joining anytime, to be honest. We put on our website, we have kinders beginning in April, and they're doing trial lessons now, and they're signing up now. But once April begins, then somebody in May, somebody in June might join that class. And that's fine. We find for the first 4 or 5 months, yes, it's okay to join that class that began in April. But by October, that class will be here. And unless they're a very good beginner, they'll find it too difficult. So they'll wait. We'll start new kinders again, a new kinder in October. So yeah, there's a leeway. There's a leeway about 6 months for people to go on. So yeah, I think it's like your type of students that like you attract or whatever, but I think we kind of have the reputation of like, oh, the students are actually going to learn, and people wait to be able to come to our lessons. So we don't actually get the kids that run around. And when we get kids from other schools, we find that lots of times we have to retrain them to actually learn to be able to sit. So I think someone has said it before, but it's all the expectation. If you think your students are hyper, but if you go in and maybe set the expectations differently, then maybe like they won't be what you think they are. Like, and they will be able to like sit down, and they will be able to do stuff. Oh yeah, the size of chairs, yeah, they're not ideal, to be honest, but like we don't have that big of a classroom. So if we wanted to have different, different tables, that would be great. But at the moment, yeah, we don't. So, but yeah, if you had space, yeah, definitely get smaller chairs if you could. So a good idea to assign one of the best students as captain of the classroom. I honestly, like, it depends, as long as you don't make it a big deal, because you want to build everyone's confidence, and you change it. So maybe have this person's a captain for today and so on. So yeah, it would be fine. Okay, I think I'm running out of time, but yeah, but
Yes, we're out of time now, but we can keep the room open for a little bit. I'd like for everyone to just unmute themselves and give you a big round of applause. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
yeah, thank you. Thank
And
you.
Thanks,
I will
Amy.
stop the recording now, but we can
Thank you.
stay for a bit for more questions if you want.
Okay.